Gentlemen, we are here to carry out some repair on our control box for submersible pump. This is 1.5 horsepower box. You can see most of the challenges that you do have. This is here is the control switch. You can see here is the control switch. This is the overload for the submersible pump on the ground. Please, is anybody with your screwdriver? You can give me screwdriver. Okay, don't worry, we have one here. They say problem applicable to this. Most of the times, most of the challenges that you have here, you have what you have inside this box. You have the capacitor. This is the capacitor. Okay, come closer. This is the capacitor. Wow, it's broken. This is the capacitor. If you want to know the microfarad of this capacitor, this is 35 microfarad. This is 35 microfarad. So right now, and this is the overload switch. This is the overload here. You see, this is the overload. Then secondly, this is the control switch. But most of the problem you do have with your switch, this is the challenge that you normally used to have. Often used to get burnt, used to get bad. On it is not on it, especially when the light comes in. What you do for you to prevent you replacing your bulbs, most of the time people replace their bulbs when this one get bad. You just have to connect a separate switch to on your submersible pump. So we are going to solve this problem. We are going to eliminate this problem. Either you are using this your single 1 pole breaker, or you are using your 2 pole breaker. You see it? So right now, before you change, you have to test your continuity for your switch. You have to check your continuity for your switch. So I label this thing because you are watching, because I don't want you to get confused. This is how I label it. I just use a sellotape to mark it. This is 1, the one under it 1, the one under it here 2, this other one 3, and this other side that I did not put a sellotape 4. So I'm going to detach it so that you now know where are we here to socket this. Okay, I'm going to detach it so you know where are we here to fix it. Okay, so we have 1, so we have a 2, okay. So right now we are going to carry out the continuity reading in this place. I'm going to on my meter. This is my continuity. If you want to put your meter on continuity, just set it to this place. This float meter set to this place, it will be up 0. So what you need to do next, you have to touch the 2 knob. It will give you a boost. So right now, this is it. That is to show that the switch is good. So when you turn it off, it is supposed to blow. They say show that this switch is working, but we are going to replace it. So we are going to replace it. We are going to put this box close to it. Then we are going to terminate we are going to use this switch. So this one underneath, this one that I label, so you just take this, we have a one, this 1 and 3 is going together. 1 and 3 is going together. So what we are going to do right now, we are going to connect this and this together. This together, then you just put one of this switch here with the one of 3. Okay, just if you are getting confused, you just have to follow me. I said we have one. This is one. We have 2. Am I right? And we have 3. And we have 4. So I want to okay, can you power it for me? No. So you can see I've on it. This is it. So I'm going to off it now. I'm going to off it. So, but by the time it's pumping and the switch is getting hot, come and check. You can see it's on now, but it will last. So you just replace it with your switch, with your breaker. It will be better for you. So right now, that is what we are going to do. So thank you for watching this video. Subscribe to this video for you to have most of our technical video. And then secondly, most of the time, come with your camera. This is overload. Sometimes when it's pumping and this one comes up, what you do, you press it inside. This see, you press it inside. So if you press it inside, it begins to pump. Then you also have to carry out your capacitor. You also read your capacitor. Oh yeah, remove it from the light. Let's read your capacitor. Okay, thank you. This is your capacitor. We are going to read your capacitor. Please give me the meter. We are going to read capacitor. Okay. This is capacitor. This is how to read capacitor. If you want to read your capacitor, your meter is off. You can see. So this is the symbol of capacitor. This is the symbol. This is the symbol of capacitor. So right now you have to select. It's on DC. It's on diode. You can see it's on diode. So you have to check. It's a capacitor. Now it's NF. It's not. It's called micro farad. So right now you have to select. So let's select. We are going to select now. So we are 10 microfarad. This is people call it UF. It's called microfarad. So you select again. This is giving you 100 microfarad. So since it's giving you 100 microfarad, we are going to leave it in this 100 microfarad because your capacitor is 35 microfarad. So it's above your capacitor. Okay, is it clear? So it's above your capacitor. So right now it's on 100 UF, so 100 microfarad. So we are going to test this capacitor. Please hold this meter for me. Let's hold this meter. So I'm going to test this capacitor if it's working. What is it showing you? Is it showing you? What is it giving you? Huh? Huh? It's giving you nothing. So this shows. Okay, let's check, please. I'm socketing everything out. What is it giving you? Let's check again. Show me.
2
Show me. It's giving you 30 microfarad. It's giving you 30 microfarad. But this capacitor is supposed to be 35 microfarad. Okay, do you see how to test capacitor? Okay, thank you. So I encourage you, every one of you, to go back to our video and also watch. You will have one or two experience on how to troubleshoot other devices. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.